Alright, it's been a while since I've gotten caught up in some drama. Let's just say I was terrible at handling drama with friends, so yeah. Before that, here's a little disclaimer. Now, this video is put into a couple parts. In the comments it will show the timestamps for each section. Now let's get funky. So, I joined one of her maps, and she overall seemed like a nice person. I scrolled through some of her videos, and came upon one about Smol Snowflake. Curious, I clicked on it. Honestly, I was kinda blown away. But, I wanted to see for myself. I checked out her channel, and the first thing I watched was her freak show meme. Now, let me tell you the odd thing about it. Here's where we get a little down and dirty. After watching not even a couple milliseconds, I could easily tell it was traced. How? Well, I've been a fan of Sashli's for the past 2-3 years, and I could recognize the art style pretty easy. Now, to make sure my assumptions were correct, I put them side by side, and then on top of each other. As you can see, it's a legit carbon copy. I'll also be showing and linking a cup of Peppermint Tea's video in the description. It shows another time she stole artwork. I'll be playing the video right behind me as well.
Friends, don't lie!
So, as you can see, also by Peppermint's title, this actually isn't the first time she's done it. I couldn't find any other videos in retaliation of Smol Snowflake, since I was a little lazy and was scrolling to try and find any other evidence. But, oh well. I'd also like to point out Smol Snowflake's apparent age. According to the text in Peppermint's video, she is apparently 11. I myself am 13, and I'm kinda shocked about the language Smol Snowflake uses. But, that's just my preference. Moving on. This situation only dug itself deeper when there was a couple issues with permission regarding the two parties. Peppermint wanted Snowflake to ask before using her OC, and afterwards Smol Snowflake posted this video. I can assume it makes Peppermint look a little like the antagonist here, but I don't have enough information on the whole situation, so I don't really know. But, that doesn't mean there isn't a chance Peppermint has been a little aggressive and Snowflake took it the wrong way. Anyways, what I'm trying to say here is, some people don't want their characters being used in other ways, especially if negative or out of character for them. An example of this is one of the skits Smol Snowflake made.
Friends, don't lie!
Now, this was a little aggressive to the haters, whom I would consider just calling her out. The person in red is Peppermint Zurlock, so I can understand why they probably don't want her to use that character specifically. Peppermint made a comment later stating why she didn't want her Awk to be used. Snowflake made a video regarding this shortly after.
It's the
J'aimerais tellement lui dire, mais je n'ose pas. Lui qui me fait tourner dans le vide, tourner.
So it was now clear that both parties weren't exactly compadres, but I don't think that's an issue. I've dealt with drama with a cousin of mine here on YouTube, and I took that as an experience and lesson how to properly deal with drama. But, enough about me, let's get into the next section. So, very recently Peppermint made a video for Smol Snowflake, so we'll watch it together. In the very beginning, I'd like to say to Peppermint the type of video you made may or may not have been considered aggressive. When dealing with drama, it's best to try and solve it in the best way possible, without any fighting. But, I'm glad you called her out for tracing and stealing. I consider myself neutral in this situation, but I admit I was a bit biased towards Peppermint's point of view, since I knew about her first. But, what exactly could both parties do better? I can give a little bit of feedback for the both of them. Smol Snowflake should be taking criticism and calling out a bit less aggressively. Especially since you viewed Peppermint as a friend, so fighting amongst yourselves isn't going to change anything. In the end, it's both of your words against each other. Peppermint, you've been doing a good job on calling her out, but there are some things you could do better on your side. Like I said earlier, some of your videos using proof against her can be considered hurtful in her perspective. Sure, she may be doing something wrong, but adding fire to the flame isn't going to make the situation any easier. Now, I understand that tracing or stealing is bad. But, let me just explain my view on tracing. When tracing, you get a little better at drawing yourself. You can understand anatomy, art styles, hair, and many more. But, it's best not to post them on YouTube, and to just keep them to yourself. Heck, very recently I created a Danganronpa sprite for my private stuff. Thank you by the way Aiko for calling me out. Criticism and scolding is appreciated. What I'm trying to say is, tracing for yourself is an experience, but stealing someone's work and claiming it as your own is just wrong, I guess. Mainly because it's not only stealing the hard work and credit, you have to understand how many skills, time, and experience it took for them to get to that point. Let's use Ashley as an example. She's grown so much, and continues to do so. But that's just my moral compass.